Hello everyone. Today let's look at Crime Buster Deluxe Edition from Kraken Studio. This is a third-party Punisher from his look during the comic run Punisher Kill Crew. I'm not a Marvel guy at all, so I'm not sure if this is a popular look, but since I don't have a Punisher in my collection, I end up picking it up. But since I made it pretty clear on Twitter, I don't recommend this figure. It just has too many problems. But we're still gonna take a look at this figure. Already fixed some of the problems and things I don't like, but I still going to talk about what the original problem is and show that how I fixed those problems. Anyway, let's look at the figure. One thing they did very well is that the head sculpt is very nicely done, regardless if you like this kind of style, right? It might be too realistic, but they're very nicely executed. The original head is just sit too low at the neck, so what I did is use something called friendly plastic to make up new ball socket, and free out the articulation, which we're going to talk about during the articulation section. The t-shirt is stretchy material, airbrush around it, pretty nice. The arms and hand also has skin tone painting and matte finish, so that's pretty nice. Little bit gray wash here, little bit silver dry brush. The problem is these are a single piece and this magazine cannot be pulled out, and all his accessories all has the same problem. The magazine cannot be pulled out. Not a big deal, but just worth pointing out. Now, in terms of look, a big problem is look how much give the pants have. His legs are very skinny. Of course, that means he's going, like the pants won't impede his articulation, but just create this sort of weird look because he's pretty bulky here, but his leg look like a teenager. And also these holsters, originally they just keep falling out because again the thigh is too thin, so I use a bit sticky tack here to keep it in place. See how this just move about? It's not tight at all. And also his lower leg are super long because of the way that they attach the boot, which we're also going to talk about during the articulation section. All right. Oh. The head is a double ball joint, but it's very, like, it's placed wrong. It's very deep inside, sort of like a Marvel Legend. And the neck is very hard plastic. And originally the head is set like this. So it basically can only wiggle. Can't look up, can't look down. But since I made a new ball socket, you can look up decently, look down decently, tilt, and rotation. Right? For the shoulder, slightly about 90. Bicep, double jointed arms, pretty good. And wrist ball diaphragm joint. Not bad. Going back. Not bad. Side to side. Actually pretty good. For the waist joint. Oh, very good. Back, very good. And side, also pretty good. So he has pretty good torso articulation, right? Also, yeah, butterfly joint. He had a little bit, probably similar to Jada's. For the hip. Almost 90. Oh, a problem with this pant, like I mentioned before, because it is very loose. The only thing that keeps the pant from falling down is this belt, but it is not glued. So originally when you're trying to pose it, the pants will just go all over the place. So what I did is sticky tack here and here to basically keep the belt at its current position. And since the belt won't fall as much as the pant, it will keep it in place, so it might look much nicer this way. All right, leg going back, not bad. Side swivel, side kick. So joint knee, we have seen it before. And now the biggest problem. This is just a floating piece, so I might try find a way to keep it in place. Because usually for these kind of combat boots, for example, let's see a Mezco figure. For example, this Mezco blade is using a dumbbell joint here, which I'm planning to do. I already find the joint for it, and this is a spare boot that come with the figure. Right now it's a ball hinges, but it's placed here. It should be placed here, half buried in the shoe. So right now, if you see it's very ugly when you're trying to move. And they pop out all the time because I broke the original one. These are spare joint, so it's not perfect fit. And doesn't have much ankle pivot. This is the wrong way to do ankle joint on figures with combat boots. So this is one of the biggest problems of this figure, and I'm still trying to fix it. All right, let's look at his accessories. We get 2 extra head. This is a yowling head. I think the tongue look very weird. Why is his tongue sticking out? This is a normal head. It's the same head as this. It sucks that we don't have a yowling head that doesn't have the helmet. But oh well. You get 2 trigger finger hand on this side. grabbing hand on each side, and 2 fists. No style posing an open relaxed handle. That really sucks. Alright, let's look at his guns. This M4 with a removable foregrip. I added these lens myself using these stickers that I use for gun plug-in. Come in handy. A grenade launcher. Oh, again, added the lens myself. Two Uzi. Be careful with these. MP5. A Desert Eagle. I think this Desert Eagle is too small, right? And also, it has problems staying in his holster. So that blows. You get a RPG. You get a big axe, a big hammer. The airbrush around it is very nice. A big sword. The problem with these accessories, well, it's mostly because his hands are very tight. You see? Oh, God. They made out of hard plastic, so if you're trying to put a weapon in it, it's gonna be pretty annoying, and especially when you're trying to swap hand, you pretty much have to use heat. And the gripping hand is too small for these big ass weapons. See how his thumb is like they should be closed, but they can't. And also these weapons are pretty heavy, so when you put it on, these part of the ball joint is not tight enough. They'll just rotate and like this. All right, let's look at his accessory. Sorry, let's look at size comparisons. Masco. As you can see, he's taller even than Masco. And this acid ring figure I just got. If you want to change his height, you can slice off here and keep the ball socket intact. Let's comparing with Mayfix. And Amazing Yamaguchi. To show how tall he is. Two Marvel Legend Wolverine. He does scale pretty well with this Wolverine though. Not gonna lie. And finally, a 7-inch figure. Look how tall he is. Almost 7 inch. Anyway, that's it. Still, don't recommend this figure unless you're trying to fix all these issues yourself. And if you're trying to, feel free to use this as a pointer. All right, that's it. See you guys.